Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Now, I will be presenting about experiment 4, which is magnetism. First of all, let me introduce our team. First, Nur Salsabila binti Nur Rizan. Next, me, Nur Aina Natasha binti Musyariman. And the last one is Nur Ali Adriana binti Muhammad Izhan.
The objective of this experiment is to know about the magnetic field and to investigate the relation between the amount of field strength and current.
Okay, this is the theoretical background for this experiment.
My name is Nur Aina Natasha binti Musyariman, and I will proceed to the procedure of this experiment. Firstly, the compass was moved around the bar magnet to see which pole of the magnet does the red compass needle point towards. We can see the red compass needle point towards to the source. Next, the polarity of a bar magnet was flipped to see is it the red needle point compass still point towards to the south node. Thirdly, there is a blue box which is the field meter. The field meter was moved around the bar magnet to observe whether the magnetic field increased or decreased as the field meter was moved closer to the magnet. Then, the field meter was moved about 1 inch away from the north pole of the magnet, and the magnitude of the field strength was recorded. Do the same thing on the south pole of the magnet and see is it the amount of magnetic field at the same corner. Moving on the electromagnetic simulation, the compass was also moved around the electromagnet to see which pole is the left side of the electromagnet. Repeat the step number 3 with the side of the electromagnet and see is it the field strength increase or decrease as the meter was moved closer to the electromagnet. Next, adjust the number of loops in the electromagnet and record the field strength. And lastly, set the number of loops for the electromagnet back to 4 and adjust the voltage in the 0 until 10 volt and recorded the field strength.
Next is analysis data. The graph of the field strength around the electromagnet versus the loops of the wire. Next is graph 2, the field strength around the electromagnet versus the voltage on the battery.
Okay, for the discussion part, in this experiment, we got that the graph 1, the field of strength around the electromagnet, was directly proportional to the number of loops. And for the graph 2, we got that the field of strength around the electromagnet was directly proportional to the voltage on the battery. Okay, we also noticed that the red compass needle was pointed toward the south pole. It is because the magnet properties stated that opposite poles will attract each other when around the magnet. Next, when we flip the polarity of the magnet, the red needle point of compass was pointed to the same pole, that is the south pole. We also got that the field strength was increased when the field meter was closer to the magnet, and the magnitude of field strength in gas is 0.27 gas. In this experiment also, we know that the left side of the electromagnet is south end, while the right side of the electromagnet is north end, because the direction indicated by the red needle in compass is south pole of Earth built-in magnet. Next, we know that the field strength increased when the meter was closer to the electromagnet. It is because the ampere turns of the coil determine the magnetic field intensity of an electromagnet. Next, we notice that the amount of field strength increased when the number of loops in an electromagnet increased.